season will get underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So UCF's offense will have first crack at this one. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for a senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The hand to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Let's take just a minute here and talk about UCF. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick release by the QB. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Knights are on the move. He wants to throw it again. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the
toward the end zone. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Catch in the middle. It's Ashley. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. The Knights didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Good, right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the ground with the back. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Florida Atlantic races to the line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got a man, it's Wilson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. To the ground to try to move the chains. There he goes. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Owls just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Caught over the middle. It's Gage. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take it. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Applewhite. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He hurls one deep down the left side. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got him downfield. At the 45, on his way. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Dobbs. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. What's old is new in offensive football. The return, at least on that play, of the pass-catching fullback.
Yeah, you used to see this all the time back in the day. Fullbacks used to play all the time. Now you don't see him near as much, but versatile piece at fullback. Listen, he can catch the football. He can make plays. Use the big fella.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful back. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Wilson. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Fighting off the defender.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. He lobs one high down the left side. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's called.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes the grab. It's McGee. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And the Owls come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. He's taking the shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ashley. Nice pickup. Gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Crosses to 35. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Lets it fly. Intercepted. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Gage. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking for a big play. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Orlando.
The Knights will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Card. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
The Owls want to pick up the tempo.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They try to pop a run on the draw. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the play fake. So it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Runs through a tackle. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Owls kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got it behind the line. It's McGee. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. Gashing the knee on the... And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Slips through the line. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. The option look. He'll pitch it. Gets it past the marker. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, UCF! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And that is the first first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Complete to start this drive.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
It's reverse. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. And the Owls will hustle to the line. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Wants to throw. It's Applewhite. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away. It's a big-time play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Knights can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The play-action fake. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Knights have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Catch in the middle. It's Dobbs. Got enough space. Touchdown, Knights. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the returner will be brought down. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Got his man downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Going to the running game. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Looking deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The 4th down try goes awry, and that might just do it. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. They'll send the back in motion. This guy can throw it. It's incomplete. They've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's 3rd down. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. To the air on 1st down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And it looks as if Florida Atlantic will have enough for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. He caught it. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the owner?
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is
gonna let it fly. It's a big stride inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Knights have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gage. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. One more play to pad the stats. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. All business today for this ball club. They come out, and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't